nerdlings, what's up? It's Diana and welcome to my May wrap-up. So surprisingly, I managed to read 10 books this month, and I'm still not quite sure how it happened. I carried 2 over from last month, and the first of which was V.E. Schwab's A Darker Shade of Magic. Now, I've already posted a review to this channel, so I won't get too much into what the book's about, but essentially, it's a story of Kel, who's an Antari traveler and has the ability to travel between multiple Londons. He runs into the other main character, Lila Bard, who's a pirate captain thief extraordinaire, when one of his excursions goes very wrong, and they team up and try and save the world. Essentially, that's what it's about. I really enjoyed it. I thought the story was great, and the writing was great. The characters are a little meh, so I gave it 4 to 4.5 stars. If you like books about magic with a hint of science fiction and multiple universes, definitely pick this up. It's a really fast-paced read, and it's just a great big old adventure. The second book I carried over last month was Julie Kagawa's Talon. It's a story where dragons are able to shapeshift and take the form of humans, and they've been hunted by this insane order called the Order of St. George since the beginning of time, pretty much. And the Order's main goal is to pretty much exterminate all dragons. The story focuses on Ember and her brother Dante as they move into the small beach town and try to assimilate to human life. Unbeknownst to them, the Order has also sent sleeper agents to the small beach town in an effort to hunt them and kill them. And it's kind of a Romeo and Juliet star-crossed lovers thing as the two factions sort of meet and discover that the other is not exactly what they seem. It did take me a while to get into, and I found myself losing interest in a few different places, but near the end it really ramped up and I was definitely into the story, so I gave it about 3.5 stars. The next book I read was The Accidental Highwayman by Ben Tripp, and this was really different. So this tells the story of Kit Bristol, who's a young guy whose master has pretty much died right in front of him and charged him with completing this mission. So Kit dons his master's persona and becomes the Highwayman. He's tasked by a witch with saving a magical princess who's super important. So this is the story of his adventures while he's trying to fulfill those wishes and keep himself alive. It's definitely quirky and it's got some old-time language in it, and it takes place in the 18th century, so it's kind of different. I actually really like the atmosphere of the novel. It was very fun, it was very light, it was a very quick read, but you definitely have to be in the mood for something like this. Overall, I enjoyed it. I gave it 3 stars. The next book I read was Becky Albertari's Simon vs. the Homo sapiens Agenda, and guys, I friggin' love this book. It was warm, it was real, it was genuine, it was wonderful and funny and honest, and I just really loved this book. I can't say enough good things about it. It's about this kid, Simon, who's been carrying on this secret love affair textually via email with this guy, Blue, who goes to his school. But neither of them know each other's identity. They've agreed to keep everything anonymous. They met via Tumblr, so they have no idea who the other one is. All they know is that they go to the same school and they trade emails back and forth about life, about how they're feeling, about the world, and it was just so friggin' cute, guys. So cute. Due to some crappy and complicated circumstances, Simon is outed at school, and it complicates things for him and for the mysterious Blue. But honestly, it's a story of love, it's a story of crushes, it's a story of life, it's a story of accepting yourself and of letting other people accept you. It was just great. If you enjoy LGBT fiction, actually scratch that. If you enjoy really great, funny, warm, fuzzy stories, you'll like this book. I highly recommend it. Definitely pick it up. I gave it 5 stars. The next book I read was a graphic novel, and it was my first graphic novel, and it was Ms. Marvel by G. Willow Wilson and Adrienne Alfonso. So I've never read a graphic novel, but I figured this was a good place to start because I love superheroes, and I love superhuman abilities, and I love kick-ass female leads. So this seemed like a real winner to me, and I really enjoyed it. I love the artwork. I love the story. It's the story of Kamala Khan, a Muslim girl living in Jersey City who, due to some crazy circumstances, is imbued with superhuman powers. And really it's about a girl learning what she stands for, who she is, and how she's going to use these abilities for good. I really enjoyed the cultural aspects of it too. They added a certain dynamic to the story. The stakes were definitely higher, and it really made me love her as a character even more. I gave this 4.5 stars. It was really cool, and I'm really looking forward to reading the next volume. The next book I read was Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Alir Sains. I really enjoyed this book. It was heartbreaking, it was funny, it was honest, it was magical, really, even though there was no magic involved. It was the story of 2 boys who come together at the community pool and start building a friendship that turns into something much more than either one could have imagined. Ari and Dante are the kind of characters you carry with you for a long time after you finish this book. They were both so unique and so wonderful, and I really enjoyed the glimpse I got into their life and their friendship and the complicated structure of it. Obviously this is a story about love, but it's also a story about the different forms love can take and how it can evolve over time without you even realizing it. Honestly, I was just really moved, really touched, really into this story and these characters, and I loved them. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I also read A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas, which I really loved. It's about a girl, Feyre, who kills a wolf in the woods, only he's not really a wolf, he's a fae. So lo and behold, this high fae shows up at her house, knocks on her door, and is like, yo, you killed my friend. And she's like, no, I'm pretty sure I didn't kill your friend. He's like, no, you did. There's a wolf, and now your life is mine to do with what I want. So either come with me and live with me in my court, or let me kill you. And she's like, what? He's like, yeah, those are the rules. And she's like, oh, okay, I guess I'll come live with you in your court then. So he takes her back to the Spring Court, which is the court he rules over, and it's a story of how their relationship progresses from enemies to friends to respect to love, and then all hell breaks loose. I really enjoy retellings, and I really enjoy Mass's writing as a whole, and our characters are wonderfully complex, and you always love them for very different reasons. So I was very excited by this novel. It was very sexy, very steamy, kind of romantic. I gave it 4 stars. I also read P.S. I Still Love You by Jenny Han. This is a sequel to All the Boys I've Loved Before, which I read last year, and I didn't really like it. It picks up where To All the Boys I've Loved Before drops off, with Lara Jean writing a letter to Peter explaining that she still loves him. And generally, it's about the ups and downs of first love. I thought it lacked a little bit of the magic of To All the Boys I've Loved Before, and there was definitely a lot of drama in this book that I felt was really unnecessary. And to be honest, both Peter and Lara Jean kind of annoyed me 90% of the time. I just felt that nobody was really communicating, everybody was kind of whiny, and the characters just kind of devolved a little. I was actually really disappointed by it, and I gave it 2.5 stars. I also read 2 books from my literary theory class, the first of which was Don DeLillo's White Noise, which is a postmodern take on consumerism and the loss of identity in the media world. I thought it was very funny, very cool, very satirical, and I gave it 4 stars. I also read Joseph Conrad's Heart of Darkness for school, and while I get the importance of that novel, I didn't really enjoy it. Kind of about imperialism and racism and who you turn into when you're removed from your value system. I gave it 3 stars, but again, this is not something I really would have chosen to read for myself if I hadn't had to read it for school. And that's all the books I read during the month of May. I had a really great reading month. I got through all of the books on my to-be-read list and then some. So good job, Diana. I'm really proud of you. I did not expect that to happen at all. In other news, if you're unaware, I do have a giveaway going on, so check my previous video. I will link it down below. 2 people can win 1 book each from the book depository. I will buy it for you and ship it to you directly, and it'll be awesome. Check out my last video and enter if you want. It would make me happy. That's all I have for today. I am working on my June to be read video. That should be up soon, but I'm still solidifying what I actually want to read during the month of June. So that should be coming soon, hopefully. All right, you guys, I'll see you later. Bye!